Hey everyone, welcome back to our Fallout 4 deep dive series. Today, we're diving into something a little different than we normally would. As you all know, together we typically take the time to look at locations, characters, or factions throughout the Fallout 4 universe. However, we're going to be exploring one of the most iconic collectibles of the Fallout universe, and that would be the Vault-Tec Bobblehead. Now, before we get started, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe and enable notifications for future Fallout content. And if you're returning, welcome back. Make sure you guys like the video and share it with a friend if you enjoy it. Now, without further ado, let's get into some Fallout 4. If you've spent any time playing Fallout 3, Fallout 4, or even watching the recently released Fallout TV series, then the iconic Vault-Tec Bobblehead collection will be recognizable to you. Today, we're specifically focusing in on the Fallout 4 Bobblehead collection. Vault-Tec Bobbleheads are found on the eastern side of the former United States throughout the Commonwealth, as well as the DC ruins of the Capital Wasteland for those of you that played Fallout 3. They were used as an exclusive Vault-Tec merchandise that was available to executive level employees, and were also offered as gifts for those individuals who had been accepted into the vaults throughout the eastern seaboard. Knowing this, it's safe to assume, had the bombs not fell within minutes of the sole survivor being accepted or offered a spot in the Vault 111, it's very likely that the player or the sole survivor would have received one. In this video, I'll not be spending time diving into every bobblehead, as there are 20 in total, and I feel like this would be better split into a two-part series. This will allow us to spend adequate time on each bobblehead. We'll be discussing the bobblehead's characteristics, as well as their location. In Fallout 4, there are 20 bobbleheads in total, and 3 classifications of those being specials, the utility, and the weapons bobbleheads. Today, we're going to be focusing together on the specials. This will be a two-part series. So today, we're going to be focusing on the first category, which is the special bobbleheads. Now, if you've ever played Fallout, then you already know about this, but some of you may just be discovering the series with the recent release of the Fallout TV show. It may not be aware as to what exactly the special attributes are. Now, for those of you that don't know what's going on with that, I'll briefly sum it up and explain it as quickly as I can. Each letter represents a specific attribute towards the character the player has created. While we're covering Fallout 4 specifically, these attributes function pretty much the same between Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, and I really enjoy the Fallout 3 Your Special book description of each attribute, so I'll be referencing those to cover each letter. So, we're going to take a look at that, and again, each attribute spells out special, and each letter represents something. So S is for strength, and that means I'm strong. I can carry lots of toys and swing stuff all day long. P is for perception, a long and funny word. It means what I tasted, smelled, saw, and heard. E is for endurance, and that's how long I can play. I'm always really healthy and have energy all day. C is for charisma. It's why people think I'm great. I make my friends all laugh and smile and never want to hate. I is for intelligence. It means I'm really smart. I use my brain for lots of stuff: life, science, math, and art. A is for agility. That's how I get around. I love real fast and easy. I never make a sound. L is for luck, and it's simple, you see. It means that good things always happen to me. So, as you can see, though, when building your character, you assign the attributes towards each of these to build your character. So, when exploring the wasteland, you'll discover these bobbleheads that each correlate with a letter that ties into the word special: strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. So, it's just a fun way to organize and give meaning to attribute placement when you're building, like starting out and building your character. The player can locate the Strength bobblehead on the head of the metal wall sculpture 5 levels above the entrance lobby within the Mass Fusion building. This one increases the player's strength, or the S, in special attribute permanently by +1. Strength bobblehead, let's go! The Perception bobblehead can be located pretty early on in the game, found within the Museum of Freedom in the town of Concord. It's on a desk next to a broken terminal in the back of the room where we first meet everyone's favorite, Preston Garvey. This bobbler gives us +1 to our perception skills. This tough guy is hiding on the metal desk next to a magazine near the steamer trunk on the central metal catwalk in the Poseidon energy plant. Would you believe it if I told you this dude increases your endurance by +1 once located? There it is, boys. The Endurance bobblehead. Your endurance has been permanently increased by 1. This little guy is located in the Parsons State Insane Asylum. It can be found during the Jack Cabot quest line on his office desk close to the elevator in the administration area. You guessed it, this bobblehead will improve your charisma stats by +1, making you that much more likable. Yeah, your charisma has been permanently increased by 1. Nothing says pizzazz. I almost said pizza. Like a winning smile. This wise guy can be located in the Boston Public Library on the computer bank in the mechanical room of the northwest corner of the library. This one can be a difficult one to retrieve as the library is a highly guarded location, so be careful upon entry. Increases your intelligence by +1. The location of the Agility bobblehead is perfect. It's at the top edge of the bow of the wreck of the FMS Northern Star on the wooden platform. You'll have to fight your way through Mirelurks and Raiders to get to this one though, but you'll be rewarded with +1 to your agility stats. Bobblehead. Never be afraid to dodge the sensitive issues. Your agility's been permanently increased by +1. If you're lucky enough to make it out to Spectacle Island and survive, the Luck bobblehead can be found in the second deck pilot house of the Green Tugboat, located at the southern end of the island, on a locker shelf near the steamer trunk. Finding this bobblehead will reward you with a +1 luck increase to your attribute. All right, please clip that if you can. Well, there's the Luck bobblehead. Alright guys, that about does it for today's look into the special focus bobbleheads. During your time exploring the Boston Commonwealth, were you able to discover all of these? If this video assisted in locating them, or maybe you learned something new about the Voltec bobbleheads, be sure to like and subscribe. Our next video will be looking at the utility and weapon focus bobbleheads. Until then, be sure to stack up on Radaway and grab a Nuka-Cola before you go venturing out, and we'll see you on the next episode of our Fallout 4 Deep Dive series.